Hey everyone, today I wanted to talk a little bit about London. And if you're planning a trip to this great city, my guess is you might already be feeling a bit overwhelmed with all there is to see and do. So, my goal today is to simplify that planning process a bit for you. I'm going to show you how I would personally spend 6 days or a week in London with the right balance of iconic sites, great neighborhoods, museums, food, and of course, a little bit of downtime. My name's Tim Brown, and I'm the creator of the Caravel Travel Collection, where I design complete self guided city itineraries for travelers who want to have a great trip but don't necessarily want the responsibility of doing all of the research themselves. So every itinerary I structure includes smart pacing, efficient routing, and a realistic daily flow of your activities so your trip feels enjoyable but not stressed or overburdened. Okay, so let's switch over to one of my interactive maps. And what you see here is the core historic London. And you see labeled on the map the train stations, hotels, dining, and key sites that I think are relevant or most important for that 1 week trip to London. For me, I've been there many times, and I really like to start my trips with the sort of historic classics. So down here in this corner, you're going to see Big Ben, Parliament, Westminster Abbey, Buckingham Palace, and Hyde Park. This is a great way to check off some of those classics, get outside and walk around a little bit, which is nice after a long day of travel, probably the day before, and get you sort of acclimatized to the city. On the next day, then, I like to switch my attention to museums. And for me, I really like the British Museum. It's up here at the top of the map. The British Museum is one of the biggest. It's, from my perspective, the best. It's also close in proximity to some great neighborhoods like Bloomsbury and Covent Garden and even Soho. So this gives you an opportunity for some street culture, great shopping, and dining mixed together with maybe a morning at the museum, which makes for a fantastic day. Then the following day, I shift my attention to some key neighborhoods. So you can sense here that the idea is to mix my activities a little bit. So I'm not doing the same thing like going to a museum day after day after day. So on this next day, I would focus maybe on Kensington, which is down here in the bottom left, or Notting Hill. This really gives you an opportunity to see everyday London. Go to some local markets, visit a cafe, walk a leafy street or two, and it gets you a little bit of variety again from that historic core. Then I switch back to the center of the city and history, and I work my way through this sort of east end of the city. And in this zone, you're going to spend some time along the Thames. You're going to feel the energy of the city, both during the day and in the evening. You're going to get to see the Tower of London, Tower Bridge, Borough Market. You've got Millennium Bridge here. And in this Bankside neighborhood, you get great sites like Shakespeare's Globe Theatre or the Tate Modern Museum. For me, then, if I've got extra time after this, I then like to mix in a day trip to either Greenwich or Windsor. Greenwich is to the east of the city, about 45 minutes. Windsor is to the west of the city, about 45 minutes. Both make for a fantastic day trip and are easy to do in one day and will give you a broader perspective of the region in addition to the historic core of London. Okay, I'm going to switch over and show you a sample page from my 1 week in London itinerary. And what you can see here is what I've got as day 4, but you see, more importantly, how I organize the information. The sites are organized by morning, afternoon, and evening. I've married that together with some lunch and dinner recommendations that are close by to where you're going to be. I've included active links for each of the activities, sites, and the restaurants that I think are important. And then on the other pages, and also included in the itinerary, are going to be a broader restaurant list, your recommended hotels, and of course that interactive map that gives all of this information in one place so that you can easily navigate and access on your phone as you work through your trip. You will love London. It is absolutely one of the best cities in the world. And if you'd like to take advantage of my itinerary to help streamline your travel or simplify your process, there's a link below in the description or in the bio that you can access the full itinerary. And in the meantime, thanks for watching and have a great trip.